Hey Internet, I'm not standing on my head on the bottom of the Conex. I'm on a ladder, doing rafter work. See? Like, ladder. Alright, so a couple of quick things. I pointed out before that this is messing up some of my dimensions on my rafters, right? Alright, so that gapping is solved by putting a little 45-degree bevel there, so all my rafters fit in. And so there we go, all my rafters, focus. There we are. And all the rafters go to a 6x6 header, and that header is inside and out. When I cut this big window out of the middle of the Conex, that makes a weak spot, and you have to rebrace it. The panels will pop out a couple of inches. They really have a lot of energy. So I brought everything back in and sandwiched it. The sides I sandwiched between 4x4s. You know, this window is very, very large, right? A lot of missing area. So it's all sandwiched in. And then the rafters are equidistant over the post. So when I do pour concrete, the load will go up and down and be transmitted to the steel floor underflooring. That's the joist. So if you take a look at what I've accomplished here, I take a look at the angle and then I've sawed it in, and then I follow it up with a grinding so that they all fit. If you take a look at those, you'll see that not too bad, you know. I'll focus on those way over yonder. Not too bad. There's one there that I'm not real thrilled about, but once it gets a little weight load, it'll close that little less than a 16th gap, a 32nd gap. And then they'll all get a spacer between this and the roof that'll keep the roof tight. And I'll measure deflection while I'm loading it up with concrete, and it'll be perlite, so it'll be a little lighter. But anyway, in the bathroom, if you look, all of the joists have an angle because the 6x6 sits up higher than where the ends of the 8-foot 4x4s end. So that's okay, I'm good. The bathtub will be there about where the sink is. And it'll give a little more of a space, and I just don't mind. And that wall right there is the door into the guest bedroom. So, real pleased. So anyway, thank you for joining me for after work. I'm going to put you over on a thing, and you can get me doing this last one while I saw it off. And nothing but hard work. Saw it off and grind it flat and drop this rafter in. And then I'll straighten all the rafters with the T-square and make it all aligned properly. the rafters are placed in. I need to still attach them all. Definitely this was a case of camera shy, because the two that I didn't put a camera on, I did like that, like in 2 minutes. The cuts were perfect. As soon as I put a camera on me, I make mistakes. And I spent, 15, 20 minutes on the other two. So all total, to straighten out the angle and get that matched in, was about 45 minutes for all of them. That's not too bad. It is a structural component, so I wanted it to look good. It looks pretty good, So now I'll put all the rafters in straight, and I can move forward with what I want to do today, which is mock up the back bedroom and make sure that that's the way I want it, as well as start cleaning this thing up for final prep and the last few abrasives. Man. Let me tell you, this aluminum foil, it's just bubble wrap, but man, does it push back. It really does. It really does. I haven't broken any of the bathroom stained glass windows yet. I'm really happy that I haven't. All right. Trade me for all the love of God and all that's holy. Whew. All right. Man, I am so glad to get these temporaries out of there. I am super excited to get that squared away. Temporary. Help me out. Help a brother out. Well, since they fell down anyway on me, let me just get that other temporary out of the way. I'll put it all back up when I'm done. Fall. Yeah, that tin foil, I'm telling you, it's got a little resistance that has to be overcome. All right. But what a difference it makes in the heat load. I mean, 122 versus 86. Come on now. You can see that. Right? this up now. All right. All right. Let me step back and zoom out for everybody, myself included. This is a milestone right here. I am 60% done with the ceiling joists and the insulation inside this place. All right, but every one of them had an angle, and they all, I have a little miss here because that is not the same height. So they're all in the bathroom at a little bit of an angle. Okay, I've got the camera clamped in on the crash cart, and I'm a little worried the wind's going to blow it. So I'll just do one of these so that my camera doesn't get broken. But you can see that there's a slight angle on the post, right? You see that angle? All right, and I knew it was there because the two aren't the same height. I got close, but so I knew that I'd end up having to match that angle. So that's all I'm going to do is take my T-square, take a good eyeball at that angle. And then replicate it by cutting through it all. And that is going to be hard, but I'm going to do it. All right, so this is Steve at 1,000 Year Homes. Like, subscribe, follow me along. I've got a lot of other cool stuff. Listen, I'm just a guy out here building a house all by myself. So I'm not a master craftsman, or I haven't been building houses for 30 years. I'm just a do-it-yourselfer, a homesteader, building his own retirement home. And I've got certain things going on in my life that make this difficult, and I'm mastering those. So I want to encourage you, give it a whirl and build your tiny home, your shipping container home, as nice as you want, as nice as you want. Put deluxe finishes in it. Thank you much for watching. Bye.